Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's so good to see you guys again. So today I need to repot two of my most favorite plants. This big little guy, he is my Alocasia Frydek, and he has the most soft and velvety leaves, and each leaf that comes out is usually a lot bigger than the previous one. But I just noticed that the newest leaf, which is this one right here, is not quite as large. This one here was the largest one, and then this one came out and he is not as big. And I know he's only been, gosh, it's been like probably a week that he's been fresh out, but I think that I need to repot him because yeah, I noticed that his roots are bulging on the bottom after this pot, and I do see roots that are starting to poke through the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and repot this little guy, big guy, and then I had this sweet little ZZ cutting. The story about this little ZZ is just so cute. So my daughter and I were out at our local nursery and we found this cutting. My daughter actually found it on the ground, and it was a lonely little ZZ cutting, and it was just snapped off of its mother plant. It was underneath the shelf, kind of peeking out and asking us to help. So what my daughter and we picked him up, and I told her that we can go and ask the cashier if it is okay to take this little cutting home with us. So they said yes. So my daughter was really happy when she was able to bring her little ZZ plant home. So anyways, that was over winter time, and I had him in water. So I was trying to propagate him some roots, and I had him in the water for about 3-4 weeks. He started experiencing a little bit of rot, so I went ahead and snipped that off. Then a week, 2 weeks later, I kept checking him. He had rot again, so then I snipped it off again. Then 2 weeks later after that, I checked him again and rot again. I could not believe it. My daughter's little cutting that she found that she's trying to rescue is just not gonna make it. I'm just so sad. And I told her, you know, if this is the last time that I can try, because I'm cutting him way too short. So if he doesn't root this time, then we're gonna have to just throw it out. So I told her, and she understood exactly. You know, she wasn't too upset about it, but she just kept hoping, and she was so positive. And luckily for us, he started sprouting roots. So he's been in this little pot for quite some time, and I noticed that his leaf is yellow, and every other leaf looks perfectly fine. So I just know that he needs to be repotted right away. All right, so I have my potting soil here. I like to use Fox Farm potting soil, and I like to mix in perlite sometimes. Sometimes I mix in bark chips, just whatever I have on hand. So let's go ahead and start with this little ZZ guy. His pot size is 3.5 inches, so by going up to the 6-inch pot, it isn't that big of a difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and place him in here. I think this is gonna be perfect for him. Plus, soil mix is gonna be chunky and airy. It's actually gonna be a really good thing. So he's really gonna flourish. I know that he will. He's just growing so quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill that. The ZZ plant is known to be poisonous. All parts of the plant can be toxic to pets, to humans, so make sure that you wash your hands afterwards. Maybe a good idea to actually wear gloves during this process. Yeah, so you can see right here, I don't want to remove all the soil from around his roots, but you can see he has a nice root system here. He has his rhizome right in here. I don't want to disturb that, so I'm going to just gently place him in. I just watered him today, so that's why he looks all wet. He was really dry before. So I'm just gonna put him at the same level that he was before. Make sure it's straight. There we go. This is a bit chunkier than I thought it was gonna be, but I think it's gonna be fine. I think he's gonna just love it. And since I have already watered him before and this soil is already damp that I'm working with, I'm not gonna water it right now. I'm just gonna let him drink whatever he needs, and then I'll water him in a few days. So there you go. He's all done. So now we're gonna start on this big fella here. You can tell his pot is very squished and kind of like not perfectly round. You can see the bulging going on in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him out, and he's actually going into this pot here, which is not that much bigger actually. I think this was a tiny bit bigger than the ZZ. So this one is a 6-inch pot, so is the other one. So I think this is going to be perfect because this guy has huge roots and he is growing really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this up. And I'm using the same mixture with bark chips in there. Let's see how he looks. When you're repotting, you just want to make sure, wow, look at that. This guy, that's something else, right? And look how cute. I see a little baby starting. Aww, that is so, so cute. Oh my goodness. And down here, there's, I think this is another one starting to form as well. That is so cool. He is really low down there though, so I don't know if he's gonna poke up through the pot. Looks like he got confused and started growing downwards. This other one here started growing up towards the light. So yeah, this is gonna be good. There's a bit too much soil at the bottom. And now I'm thinking that I could have went with a size a bit larger as well, but all in all, I think it's gonna be okay. Yeah, so when you guys are repotting, I just like to do it. So when I'm repotting, I just like to be prepared and have everything ready to go. I don't want to have the roots exposed for any prolonged period of time. That can be, it can cause a lot of shock to the roots and stress them out. So you want to just make sure you have everything that you need and just do it as quickly as possible. If it's just a simple repot, just like this is, then it's going to be super easy and no issues at all. I mean, if you do run into like root rot or something like that where you need to take care of the plant, just make sure you cover the roots up so that they don't dry out while you're trying to find your supplies that you need. There you go. So I think this guy is really gonna enjoy this. This soil has worked really well for me, and I don't know, I just really like it. So I had a cutting that I received. I actually bought it from an Etsy shop. It was a Hoya obovata. And the new leaf on that, after I had put it in the Fox Farm soil, the newest leaf is like so huge. it is giant, and I was really happy about that. So I think it's from the soil, and I have been fertilizing it as well with Espoma Organic, and of course that helps too. But yeah, here is, I think I'll add a little more, not too much. I don't want to cover up this stem area where it wasn't covered up before. You want to keep it at the same level. So there you go. And this guy, I just watered him yesterday, and the soil is damp. I'm not going to water it right now. I don't want to overwater this guy at all. All right. I do want to cut off this leaf here on my little ZZ plant because it's yellow and it's just basically sucking out all of the energy from the plant, and I don't want that to happen. So it's actually ready to fall off right now. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that off. There he is. He is going to be super healthy. I'm going to wipe down the leaves and just looking a lot better. So hopefully now that he has a bigger pot, that he will be able to have little babies sprouting up. And I know these guys grow slow. For me anyways, they have been. I have one larger plant. So my larger plant has only put out, I think, one new shoot. Maybe it might have been 2 new shoots since I've had him, and I got him back in, I want to say it was like the beginning of spring, the end of winter, but anyhow, he's doing really well. These plants are such a joy to grow. This Alocasia Frydek is actually from GabrielaPlants.com. They are from Florida, and they have really amazing plants. You guys should definitely check them out. I have had no issues with this guy whatsoever. He is growing beautifully, and I just am so happy that I have him. He is just so nice, right, you guys? Like velvety leaves. How can you say no to that, right? This little guy from Star Nursery, thank you so much, Star Nursery, for allowing us to rescue this little guy. I can't wait till these guys grow up a little bit more and they can just thrive in our home here. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I can't wait to see you guys here next week. And remember to subscribe so you can see more of my videos. I also have a playlist. I do a lot of different videos on this channel. I do cleaning, houseplants, gardening, you name it, it's probably there. So go ahead and hit that like button, and I will see you guys here next week. I'll see you then. Bye!